Good morning everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the world of coasters. Today you join myself and Louise as we continue our European mega trip, and we are now in the Netherlands and we're at Walibi. I haven't been here since 2019, it's Louise's first visit to this park. I'm excited to get back here. They've got a great lineup of coasters including Mack, Big Dipper called Lost Gravity, you've got Goliath, which is an INTAMED like mega coaster, UNTAMED, the RMC Beauty, which is, I'm going to decide whether that's my favourite coaster or Zadra is still. But yeah, I'm excited to get back here. They've got one new credit since I last came here, which is it's like a speed zone. So if I look over the map over here, what do we got? So it's called the speed zone now, and it includes a little Zamperla Family coaster. So we're doing that at some point today. I do love their like main street here. Very reminiscent of Thorpe Park, this park, and it's like demograph and wide lineup. You got Express Platform 13, which is a clone of the Rock and Roller Coaster, or now Flight Force. So it runs through the trains, yeah. So yeah. We're going to head over to UNTAMED first. It's going to be first ride of the day. So we're waiting for the rope to drop. They're just holding people in what is called the Hall of Fame. They have a really nice deli bar here, or was when we came last time. The main shop is here. Now, when I booked the tickets for this, I paid for some single shot fast tracks. They had an offer on 4 single shot fast tracks for €20, which is quite a good deal to be honest, €5 a pop. I got 2 of those, so we got fast track 4 each, which should help because it is meant to be quite busy today. Like I said, there is a festival on next door to the park, and it is a bank holiday weekend, so we're expecting it to be busy, aren't we though? Now, I've got to be good with buying merch, and I've already spotted they've got a lot more merch here than they did at Walibi Belgium, including these tops, which I'm a sucker for. Literally has the layouts of their coasters on them. Oh no, Lou. Oh no. So you've got SLC, the SLC Condor, Speeder Sandwich with Vekoma Boomerang, Express Platform 13, which literally looks like a bit of a joke with the squiggle there. Yeah, I would go black. Goliath, the INTAMED Mega Coaster, UNTAMED, the RMC, and Lost Gravity, which is the Big Dipper coaster by Mack Rides. But as Louise said, that is available in black and white. It's €25, and I know I shouldn't, but I could end up buying this. Ooh, nice little bag as well, and stickers. Yeah, they definitely stepped their merch game up. So you've got the Skyline t-shirts here in black and red. I like the red one. So Lou, they've opened the gates, let's go. So yeah, the rope has dropped now, and we're heading off to our first ride. Like I say, all the coasters here are brilliant, other than their SLC and Vekoma Boomerang. El Condor here, Lou, was the first ever Vekoma SLC to be made. Wow. They have upgraded it to the vest restraints since I last rode it, so I might give it another go just to see what it's like with the vest restraints. So we have tried one with vest restraints at Energylandia, which is the Mayan roller coaster. But yeah, we gotta get on that RMC first, haven't we? Can't wait to get Louise on UNTAMED. I mean, compared to Zadra, it's much shorter. It's only about 100, 150 foot tall, but it's got a world's first element, which is the, I can't remember, it's like it's a double inversion element, so it kind of goes over on itself, 270 degrees, then flips back. That's the first loop, and it's also the RMC with the most inversions on it. Or at least it was when it opened, with 5. But it is. Right. It's going to be like 36. No, it's a really good RMC, and yeah. So off to the right we got where Speeder Sound is and Lost Gravity. Towards the back of the park you've got where UNTAMED is. Goliath is off to the left. And it does look like they've put a bit more TLC into the park since I last visited. Like you've got the Zero Zone, which I don't know whether they still run the clinic, but that's down there. You've got a log flume. I think we'll have to go on this Ferris wheel at some point today. I never went on this with Lewis because he was too chicken. Sorry, Lewis. But yeah, we're heading into the wilderness to ride UNTAMED. So since I came here with Lewis in 2019, they have expanded the wilderness, so it wasn't actually out to here. So we've got some like dilapidated pizza place, and the food here is quite nice. We've also got Blast, which is their Huss Rides Topspin. They've also got one of these rafts though. Me and Louise did this and it was hilarious.
God.
So you pull yourself along.
Everyone loves them, don't they?
You get some beautiful views of the Vekoma Madhouse in the middle of the park there, which is themed to Merlin. So before Untamed was Untamed, it used to be a Vekoma prefabricated roller coaster by the name of Robin Hood. And they decided to RMC it, which made it the first iBox track RMC in Europe. So it's the shape of the track. It's in the shape of an eye. Now we had Wildfire in Kolmården, Sweden before that, but that was just Topper track. It was the first RMC, but it wasn't the first iBox RMC. There's only 3 RMCs in Europe currently, and we've ridden 2 of them. I would like to get out to Kolmården's Wildfire, which is at a zoo. We'll have to,
Random.
It really is. We will have to get out there someday. But yeah, here you go. You got Untamed just at the back here. It's got a very slow lift hill on this because it only has the 2 trains. It's quite a long ride. Oh, the memories. Me and Louise waited from about that bin, and then they rope dropped the area and we went in. So there it is, Untamed, the RMC. Oh, look at this, 45-degree outward bank, and then you got up the lift. Like I said, it runs 2 trains, and the trains on this one are really pretty. I do like the designs on them. Oh, 4 years since I last walked down this queue line. Even on the opening day, it was queuing out the entrance, and we got on it 3 times in the afternoon. But yeah, look, the trees have really grown up around this, looking spectacular. You can't do on-ride povs at this park, guys, so I'm going to have to put you away and get you some off-ride shots. We'll see you after our ride on Untamed.
Morning comes at night. You and I so.
So we've just had our first ride on Untamed. What do you think of it, Lou?
I love it.
Better than
I love it
Zadra?
more than Zadra, just because I found Zadra like super intense on that first drop.
See,
I do love Zadra though. Like I don't have a problem.
see, for me, Zadra tops this. It's only by a little bit, but Zadra's just, it's bigger, it's faster.
I like the track better at Zadra, like the red really pops.
See, the one thing about this one is it's much more compact. There is much more airtime in this one, and obviously more inversions, and I do love that unique element which is just over here. It is a brilliant coaster, and we will be riding it again later. The only annoying thing is, I don't think we needed that fast track today. Like I say, I shelled out €40 thinking, oh, it's a Saturday, it's a bank holiday, it's going to be busy. So
I think it's just like UK parks that just get stupid queues because we don't have enough theme parks.
Well, yeah, that we don't have enough capacity at the theme parks. But yeah, we'll go around and we'll have a look in the wilderness shop in a minute, and yeah, we'll carry on with our day. So when we first rode this on opening day, the shop used to be that little one over there. That's now just the ride operating, the ride photo booth, and they've actually moved the shop over to here. Which makes more sense because back when we went on it last, it was really busy in the shop. I really like these t-shirts with the track layout.
Oh, look at this.
Watch out, I'm Untamed. And we've got a sweatshirt, t-shirts, and then various pins and hoodies. Oh, I do like the charms they got. It's like a pin. And then we got one of those stick-on things for the back of your phone just here. And a keychain. If you want your Untamed socks, what's that? No, I've got to be good. I can't. So it's really nice to see this area all grown out and with the trees all like starting to grow up a little bit, and that beast still roaring around the track. The day we get one of these in the UK will be a very special day. Right, we're now leaving Wilderness and into Speed Zone, which when I last came here with Louise, this was actually just a generic space theme, I think. It didn't really have a theme. The shot house in a repaint and a re-theme, and of course we got the new Zamperla roller coaster. So this area didn't exist last time I came here. Obviously the path went off to the left, and then this area to the right was just a field. But yeah, have a look, we've got the water fountains here. I bet this is nice in the summer. Oh yeah, I love that climbing frame. So we've got fountains here, high area of the speed zone, which is all called. Yeah, it's really nicely done. Here's the roller coaster. It's a Zamperla Family coaster. But yeah, it looks like a good little layout on it, to be honest. And assuming it's running, it'll be up next. I'm not sure whether the entrance is around here. I think it's the giant W might be a clue. Yeah, this is a beautiful part to come to in the sun. You can even do your skateboarding, Lou.
Or you can run up it.
It does say do not climb.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got a little Zamperla flat ride there. These are quite popular, these ones. And then, of course, the coaster, which is just a little kiddie coaster. So we'll get some off-road shots for you, and we'll see you after our ride. Well, we've just had our first ride on my dust, the Zamperla Family coaster behind me here. It's the first Zamperla coaster, well, the first Zamperla Family coaster I've ever done, and I actually think they're really good. I wasn't expecting too much from Zamperla, but it was really smooth, and actually I did like the little element along here. It's kind of like S-bent quite a little bit. You don't really notice it from off the ride. It was quite fast. It was smooth though, wasn't it, though?
It was really good.
Probably my only complaint, and again it's being petty, is just legroom for adults. So it is a kiddie coaster. We went on the front row, we'll probably go on it later on the back row.
It's not a long ride.
No, it's not a long ride. You get 2 laps on it. But yeah, great little addition to Walibi here. I love it. There it goes. Anyway, we're going to head over further into the speed zone now, over towards Goliath, which is their UNTAMED mega coaster. Built in 2002. It is an absolute beast of a coaster, an airtime machine, of which I can't wait to get Louise on because it's one of my personal favourites here. So as we progress into the final part of the speed zone, we get to Goliath here. Like I say, this is a beast of a mega coaster by UNTAMED. Uses the cable lift system, and it's just an airtime machine. Now, back before Thorpe Park we're going to build Project Exodus, I said this would make a perfect addition to Thorpe Park. Instead of having a hypercoaster bigger than Stealth, I thought this would be good because it doesn't top Stealth, but it's still a good high coaster with lots of thrills. But since I've been here last, they've changed some theming on here. So I came here, it had the original theming that Six Flags left when they went. And it's now got a speed zone theme with all the car parts. It's almost like a big car cutout thing here. And they've repainted the original logo. But yeah, can't wait to get on this one. It's advertising in a 10-minute queue, so it's up next. So here we go, into the entrance. It's running 2 trains at the moment, so we're going to save our fast track for later. Now, platform 13 is currently sitting at a 65-minute queue, with Lost Gravity sitting at a 35-minute queue, so our fast tracks will come in handy today. And this one, the operations aren't known for being the best on this one, so the queue for this one I reckon will be about 20-30 minutes by later on today. So there we go, waited like 5 or 10 minutes for the Goliath roller coaster. Got a front row on that. What a brilliant coaster that is. I forgot how good it is, and on the front I love it. Now the back row on that is spectacular because of the airtime. But yeah, it's warming up nicely. Thing is, the queues are getting quite long now because that one does have quite slow operations.
Yeah, it does seem to me like very busy.
It is busying up. Whether people just had a lay-in because of the festival next door, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be heading over towards Lost Gravity side of the park, and that already had a 35-minute queue when I looked last, so we're almost certainly going to be using one of our one-shot fast tracks on that. So we leave the speed zone now, and we got the Sky Coaster here, which has just dropped some passengers. I remember trying to wind Lewis up about this. I think it was €30 when we last came, and you could split the cost between up to 3 people. When we came and we wanted to do it, there was a VIP event for UNTAMED, so that area was closed until about 1, 2 o'clock. Meaning we never got a chance to go on it because they were giving it for free for the VIP event. But we weren't invited to that, sadly. Now anyway, we're coming back down into Exotic now, which is where El Condor is, the world's first SLC. This is where the horror began. But yeah, I must admit, they've done their work on it, and it has the new restraints. I'm not in a rush to get on it, like even with the new restraints I don't really want to go on it, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, some new theming along here. This wasn't here when I last came, and it just looks like the whole area's been painted. So far the only pin badge we've seen is a Walibi mascot logo, $3.95, and that's in the shop just opposite El Condor. Frisbee, yeah, they've got a nice range of merch. I must say, like, one thing they've changed since I last came here was the amount of merch. I wasn't too impressed with the merch last time. Yeah, they've got their classic Hard Gang merch, and your El Condor merch, because this is the nearest ride. Well, obviously you haven't seen the full park yet, Louise. Well, what are your first impressions?
I like it. I don't know if I like it more than Walibi Belgium.
Walibi Belgium's much more flat and like in the open area.
Yeah.
This one is much more in a forested
But then
area.
I haven't, like you say, I haven't seen everything.
I was going to say, like,
but what I have seen is very, very good.
I mean, Conda at Walibi Belgium is their flagship, and Tiki Waka is very good, but I personally think the lineup of coasters is better here. As I said though, it's much more like a Thought Park in the Netherlands, if I had to give a park similar to it. So we're entering the Zero Zone now, which is where Lost Gravity is. Got a nice little train along here, and one of the cut-throughs that I think should have been put through to Speed of Salvage to the right, you have to walk all the way around, but there we go. There's Lost Gravity, it's going to be up next. There we go, Lost Gravity, the Mack Rides Big Dipper, and then an awesome log flume over here, which we'll have to give a go later. Didn't get time to go on this with Lewis last time. Right, so we're using our first fast lane on this. We're actually going in through the back of a school bus. Yeah, again, can't film on this one, guys, so we'll see you after our ride. Right, so I've just come off of Lost Gravity. Sadly,
I didn't join him.
like, we got in, and the restraints went down, and like my restraint was the same as yours.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, this one's not locking, and then you had to get off, which was really
There was
not
a woman,
great.
like, I'm not a fat shamer, but there was a woman much bigger than me who got on it, and I was just like, they wouldn't let me try another seat.
So anyway, we just came over to the test seat because I'm like, no, something's amiss there. We've never had this before, and you've got an Untamed and all that.
Yeah.
The test seat here has a green light when you get in it. So do you want to pop in? So we go down, and
Bearing in mind,
that's
red, green.
Quite a bit of green.
Like, this is green, but I could go down another one.
So I don't know what happened there. Whether there was
But
an
we just
issue.
wasted a fast track because
Yeah,
of that.
we used the fast track on it, and obviously they're non-refundable. But yeah, also, like, I rode on the outside, and there was a bit of a rattle on it. I remember it had a rattle beforehand, but it's definitely got worse. It's still a good ride.
But we did just waste the
yeah,
fast
we
track.
did just waste the fast track.
So
And they've said that there's nothing they can do about the fast track, which is a little bit annoying. Thankfully, we didn't have to queue for it. It was just a walk-on. But yeah, not too great from Lost Gravity there. Right, so we went over to guest services after an encounter with a security guard who basically, and I don't mean to say anything negative, but he threatened to throw us out of the park for filming on the pathways. He was like, you can't do this, this isn't allowed. And I was like, it is. Like, I know people just doing their job. So we went on the website and found, this was after the event, found on the website you are allowed to film the paths. You're not allowed to do it on my paths, but vlogging's fine.
Yeah.
So we went to guest services to just confirm it because I want to be sure, because we keep, you know,
we keep running into the same guy.
And I'm like, I don't want to get caught, you know, and get kicked out of the park. And we went to guest services and they've actually given us some compensation vouchers, which is fast track. So we can use that, which is nice of them. They've also said that yes, vlogging is allowed in the park, on the paths, just not behind the scenes or on the rides, which I said.
And you're not allowed to film like the stuff, which we wouldn't, like not on purpose anyway, you know.
I just wanted to be sure because, of course, otherwise the vlog would have to end abruptly. We're not ones to break the rules or anything like that, and it's kind of like I wanted to be doubly sure. I did say to them, like, do you have anything that I can carry around me to say, like, I've spoken to you? But they just said, they brought a supervisor over and said, tell them to come back to guest services if you get collared again by the same guy. So, yeah, we can continue on. We're going to go on platform 13 next. And then probably go on the train around the park, the log flume. It's really getting nice and warm now.
It's warm now.
So, yeah, let's get into the Hall of Fame for platform 13. Right, so we're in the fast track queue, or fast lane as they call it here, for platform 13. We will miss part of the queue, but it looks like they hold you here, so hopefully we'll be able to get on quite quick. Right, so now we get to go down the queue. We don't miss the main part of the queue, and the queue on this ride is really well done. Like the roller coaster obviously is a kind of roller coaster or flight force. But yeah, look at this theming in this queue though.
I'm scared to go in the hole.
Yeah, we're going to platform 12.
Rats?
Yeah, rats, and oh, where are we going? It is a very dark queue. It's almost like a scare maze, this one. Louise is a bit jumpy. Oh, we're going over the tracks here. Yeah, I did this one with Lewis. Like I say, I really love the queue for this one. But this is very much one of those where the queue is better than the coaster. Oh, look. Going to platform 12, not 13, they said. M is for murder. Oh, wow, that made me jump.
Why are you not on my
Oh, no. This will make a good dark ride. We're going to the platform now, where you can kind of see the queue line goes down into just a warehouse, and then we'll be boarding our train. Right, so we've just come off of a ride on platform 13. The express pass is showing to be quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's well worth it. Like I say, if you can get the offer before you travel, it's €20, or it was when I got €20 before each. So we got two more, and we got a compensation one, which is good. Picked up some merch, I'm just about to pay for.
The queue was better on that one than the ride.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those where the queue's better. But I picked up this little jet lighter here, which I'm just about to pay for. We need something to like light candles and all that. I'm not a smoker, just it's always good to have a lighter. And also, I want to be peeling. That's going to be the only merch I buy from this place because I have overspent so badly. So we were going to catch the train, however, they've just locked the doors and it's full. So sadly we're going to have to wait for the next cycle. There are a few stations, I'm pretty sure. Do you want to go up to the Ferris wheel, something like that, Lou? Ferris wheel's back through the main entrance. Let's go through there. Alright, so on the way over towards the Ferris wheel, we've noticed that there's a little car ride here. So we're going to stop off and go on this, try not to get hit by a train on the way around. Yeah, totally missed this one last time. Right, so we've just been on the car ride and now we come onto the train which goes around the park. We will get onto the Ferris wheel eventually. But yes, this is a little short ride just up to behind the Ferris wheel. It's not a very long one. Pretty sure there's only one station as well. And here's what I mean. A pathway from here just through to here would save so much time, space of walking around. Like, it's not far, but it would just be beneficial in my opinion. The driver really likes the horn. Here we go, we've got the crazy river here. I think it's a map ride's log flume. Not entirely sure by looking at the boats. There's 5 to 6 riders, but this one also has backward sections on it. Very similar layout to the one found at Walibi, Belgium. In fact, it could be the same layout. So, a couple of relaxing rides there on 2 of the gentler rides in the park. And now we're going on to the Ferris wheel just before we have some food. I've not been on this one before. Like I said, Louise wouldn't go on it last time. So we'll jump on this next. And then we'll get some lunch, and then I think we'll have a look at getting some of the water rides done. Alright, so we're now on the Ferris wheel, and we're only about, well, we're not even a quarter of the way up yet, or halfway up. We're literally
so windy
just,
up
windy
here.
up here. But yeah, starting to get some lovely views of the park from up here. We got UNTAMED over here. We got the shot tower over here.
Stop
Condor.
moving.
Oh, Louise hates it when I move around. Goliath. Platform 13. You can see the whole park from up here. It's going to give a lovely view of the area. So we'll get you another shot when we get higher up. Oh dear, you get a bit nervous.
I like how windy it is up here.
So we can see the whole park from up here. So we've got the rapids down there, the platform 13. It is nice to see it from up here, and I think we're just about to get to the top.
Support.
The Walibi sticker, the log flume. You can just see how flat this area of the Netherlands is. So we're at the top now, Lou. We're at the very top. There's UNTAMED over there.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're rocking a bit in the wind. There's UNTAMED.
Someone's in that speed thing, look.
Yeah, I know, I can see. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful view of the park.
Beautiful.
Well, with a really enjoyable ride on the Ferris wheel done and a lovely view of the park, we're going to go grab some food now.
Yeah.
Which Louise says there's somewhere in the Hall of Fame she wants to go get some food. I know they do some nice sandwiches
It's
here.
like a sandwich but made
Toasty.
out of pizza dough.
Let's give it a bash. Worst case, I might end up with a burger, but we'll find out in a minute because the chips in this park are amazing. The whole of Holland
Did you
they
have
are.
chips last time?
Alright, so we've stopped off for something to eat now. We just went into the Fame Cafe, which is in the Hall of Fame, just behind us here. Sitting out on the grass now to enjoy some food. What did you get, Lou?
I got like a pulled chicken thing.
It looks really nice, and they warmed it up.
Oh, it smells nice.
But in all fairness, I remember last time we got a sandwich from it, it was really nice. Smells good. Yeah?
That's just the bread, so I can't taste the middle bit, but yeah, it's nice so far.
And then I went for a sandwich. And it is a chicken tikka sandwich. Looks actually really nice. I can't wait to chow down onto this. So we'll let you know what we think of the food once we're finished, and then we'll carry on the day. Well, with lunch down, we're now going into Walibi Plaza. We're heading towards the log flume. It's actually quietened off quite a bit. However, the log flume has a 40-minute queue, so that's what we're going to use our next fast track on, yeah? Next fast track is going on the log flume. And we're going to be going past the Speed of Sound, which is their Vekoma boomerang coaster. This one does have the vest restraints, but I got the credit, and Louise doesn't want to go on it for obvious reasons. So we'll give this one a miss, I think. They do have a talking fountain here. I think it's on a break at the moment, but this is good fun because on a day like today where it's hot, it sprays water. You can see the wet patches all over the floor. somewhere an operator sits in the cabin and it just goes crazy spraying people. So a great way to cool off on a day like today, just out of range of the camera, trying to spray me, they're not going to reach. One thing I like about these rides here is they actually have a good range. You've got like battle galleons in the UK and the blasters are a bit useless, but on here you can really get soaked. I do love the theme on this. So back into the zero zone we go now, which is where the log flume is. The thing is, the log flume doesn't actually have a zero gravity theme like the rest of the area. Yeah, I think it's quite a cool theme they've got along here. It's definitely more in line with what we're used to with Merlin in the UK. Tomahawk is closed today. So Tomahawk actually was a different theme when I came here last time. It was themed to like a Wild West area, as was part of this land, to be honest. It's been themed as to something with the lost gravity, though. You can still see the trims of its old like western theme still here. I'm surprised they haven't actually renamed it. But yeah, strong magnetic force in this area. I like what they've done with the fences, with all it looking damaged and pulled in. Like it's pulling all the gravity to this one point with the stuff in the walls, all damaged. I really like the theme on this. Just needs a name change in my opinion. So you can see that this one has had a western theme in it at some point. Look how many boats there are going up the hill, Lou. There's 4 in a row. What's happened there? I was just saying a minute ago one of them came down quite close to the other one. I hope we've got a system on it to stop them stacking. But yeah, Crazy River, we got a 40-minute queue for this one. However, with the fast lane, we're probably not going to be running that long, maybe 5 to 10 minutes tops. Well, a nice refreshing spray there on the Crazy River. That was an exact clone of Flashback at Walibi, Belgium. Yeah. But what do you think of it?
Yeah, it's a good solid
It was
spray.
like, I do like the backwards bit, but you get a nice level of spray on that.
Lake water.
Nice, yeah, it is a bit murky, the water on that. We're going to head over to Draco now, which is the Zero Coaster, over behind Lost Gravity, and it'll be up next. A quick walk on for Draco there. One of the rougher Zero Coasters we've been on. Sat at the back on that and I wasn't expecting the pullover to be quite as violent.
Yeah, it's quite fast.
Like really whippy. It just needs a bit of work, I think. Being a Zero Coaster, it's a bit older. But yeah, good fun to enjoy. Anyway, we're going to head round to the Rapids now, which is over the other side of the park. So yeah, we're going to have a mooch over there past Lost Gravity and the Rapids, not the Rapids, the Log Flume. And I think it's only advertising a 15-minute queue, so we'll save our last couple of fast tracks for Goliath and UNTAMED. So here we are back in Exotic now to go on the Rio Grande Rapids ride, which is just off to the left here. It's not a soaker, it's actually quite a tame one, a bit like Thorpe Park's Rumba Rapids, but it's off down this way. It looks like you have a bit of a queue. Well, we ended up using our fast lane for this ride as we've got that bonus one. So yeah, it was about a 15-20 minute queue.
I actually didn't get the wettest on the boat. I normally always get the wettest, but actually the girl next to me
got soaked.
Like a rinse.
So what happens is if you look at these, they're split into 3 compartments, and 3 girls decided to go in one compartment, and we decided to go in 2 into one of the others, yeah. And
so
then
there's one spare.
The problem is all the weight was on one side of the boat, so whenever the water came in through the low pass, it came up and it splashed up all up my leg, got a little bit damp on the shoes, but it's nice and refreshing. This sort of weather, I don't have a problem with getting a little bit wet. It's when you go on like tidal wave and it's like 5 degrees. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna head get some ice cream now, and then it'll be time to get some re-rides on, maybe back on Goliath and Untamed. Right, so for a midday review of this park, I'm going to say I prefer the ride line up here, but I think Walibi Belgium has the landscaping done better. I don't know about you, Lou.
Yeah, I just preferred that one. I think it was just there was.
It was a new park for both of us. So yeah, this is much more of a thrill park. I personally like the roller coaster lineup better, but I can see why people would like Walibi Belgium better. Condor is a great coaster. As for Condor, or El Condor here, that's nowhere near as good as it's an SLC. Shots of the blast there, the Huss top spin ride. No water on that one. Just I don't get why they don't have the water on. It's a really hot day. I'd like to see the water on that. That's a brilliant way to cool off. I always remember going on Ramesses Revenge back when I was a kid. Louise is fascinated by these types of rides, but she'd never go on it, would you, Lou? Not for you, no?
Do you?
No, I'm alright. Anyway, up next we're going to be going over to Wild, or in Wild Wilderness already, to go back on Untamed, get a couple of rides on this before we start to wind our day up. We're coming into the last hour of operations very soon. Right, so it's not a massive queue on this. I think it's only about 20 minutes, but we've got one more fast lane to use.
Yeah.
So we're going to use it on Untamed. Absolute beast. Hopefully we can get the front row this time, because I really want to show you what front row is like on this. It is a great coaster. So we'll see you after our ride on Untamed. A second ride there, complete on Untamed. Front row, used our final fast lane on that. Oh, do you know what? The ejector is unbelievable on that ride. It's like you do not sit in your seat at all. Like, honestly, that is when a lap bar and the shin guards are used to their absolute utmost. What a coaster this is. Like I say, I think, to be honest, I'd have to ride Zardra and Untamed on the same day just to like see what they're like, or within the same week.
That is not.
But like, that is an incredible coaster. Like, it's definitely number 2, but well, I mean, it's good. It's just, you know.
You need to know in the comments.
I mean, you.
Untamed or Zardra?
Oh, there'd be some competition there. I mean, like, I think the UK is more like to get a RMC this sort of size. Zardra's like 200 odd foot tall, but I would like to see an RMC in the UK. Right, so we're wrapping up now. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the day. We're heading into the speed zone again now. We're going to do the shot tower, which is an SNS shot tower. I'm not sure of the name actually, I haven't looked. Obviously Goliath, and I would like to end the day again on Untamed. That is a brilliant coaster. Like, it's just something we need. So even though it's had a retheme, they still call it the Space Shot. I thought it was called Blast Off. But you would have thought they'd rename it to like the Piston or something like that. Not a long queue on this one. We won't be waiting long to get on this one, maybe a couple of cycles. I do love myself a shot tower. just come off of our ride on the big shot over there, or space shot as it's called. Really good ride. One thing we did notice when we were on it, Goliath is currently suffering some downtime.
Sad times.
It is sad times. I think it might be running out. I think the computer chain behind us. We'll soon find out. So we're in speed zone at the moment, ready to do our second ride on the Eat My Dust roller coaster.
Yeah.
Probably going to aim to go a bit closer to the back on this one for a bit of that ejector air time. Yeah, it's just about to run. We'll get some shots off ride for you before we go on it. Good fun ride on Eat My Dust there. It is a fun little Zamperla Family coaster, and we're kind of wrapping up now. This might be the last coaster of the day. It depends on how A, if it's running, and B, if it's if we get on it quick. Oh, okay, right, fair enough. But it has to be quick then. So yeah, Goliath, the UNTAMED mega coaster. It was broken down, but the chain is running now. You can see one going up the hill, so that'll be our next one. Hopefully it doesn't have too long a queue, as we have no more fast lanes left, Lou. I do like all this detailing on the railing here. I tell you what, I would not want to wait in all this cattle pen along here. I reckon even on 2 trains you're looking at a good hour, 2 hours maybe, given the operations of today. But it looks like, because this one's broken down quite recently, it's not going to be that long a wait. So yeah, not long of a wait on this one at all. In fact, much shorter than earlier. Thank God for the breakdown. It does mean we are going to be able to fit UNTAMED in, Lou, as our last ride of the day. Well, nearly a walk on there for Goliath. It's great. We got near the back. We didn't get quite on the back row. We didn't want to wait, so we just jumped on one from the back. It's an excellent coaster. It really is a good airtime machine. A bit of a rattle on it towards the back though. But it was built in 2001, so it's 22 years old this year.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was 2001, 2002, so it's 2002, same year as Colossus. But obviously that was put in back when this was Six Flags Holland, with Goliath being one of their staple attractions. Six Flags really like the name Goliath. You've got them everywhere in America.
The whole font of Goliath looks really cool, you know?
Yeah, it's a really good coaster. I love it. Anyway, we're in the last 15 minutes of operations thereabouts, so we're going to head over to UNTAMED, get our final ride of the day, and then we are done with Six Flags Holland, and we're going to be going to Walibi Holland, sorry, and then we're going to be going to our final park of this mega trip. It has been amazing, this trip, and the weather really has been there for us, isn't it? It's been amazing.
I wonder what the weather's going to be like tomorrow.
I think it's meant to be just as nice, maybe a bit cooler. So we'll see you over by UNTAMED for our final ride of the day. Oh no, we have a mare. They're having technical issues with UNTAMED at the moment. And I mean, there is barely 15 minutes left of the park day, so whether it's actually going to reopen, it does say on the board this shuts at 6. We'll linger around, hopefully they'll get it back up for the end of the day. The chain is running, which a minute ago it wasn't, so hopefully it's just a e-stop and just the fact of resetting it. It'll be nice to end with a final ride on this. So with 5 minutes to spare, you probably can't see my watch, they have managed to get it back up and running. So we're getting the queue for this. Is going to be the last ride of the day, guys. Excited to get back on it. I was worried for a minute that we would. Here we go. It's UNTAMED, Europe's only RMC that has been built from a wooden coaster. Zadra was a fresh build, and Colmarden's Wildfire was a fresh build as well. This is the only one that has been made from an old coaster that was freestanding. done our third and final ride on Untamed. Right towards the back on that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible, that coaster. The airtime, I just cannot express how much airtime you get on it. The first element, which is this 270 degree like double loop here, it's just absolutely mental. It is really good. If you're in the area for Efteling, it's only about an hour away from the Efteling this park, so it's well worth coming to this park to ride some of the best coasters in Europe. I love Lost Gravity, I love UNTAMED. Goliath is a really great coaster. What was your favourite coaster? Oh, I know what your favourite coaster is, UNTAMED.
Yeah.
It's mine too, it is an absolute
Oh,
beast.
that's the same as me. Something else.
Goliath then. I mean, I say it every time, I don't know why we don't have one in the UK. Like, a ground up built RMC of about this scale would go so well at a park like Thorpe Park.
Oh my god, yeah.
It would go down such a treat. But yeah, that draws the end of the day. It's now 6:05, and yeah, that's
We're done
it.
in the shop, we don't need to look
Yeah,
through
we're
the
just
shop.
going to be heading straight off now, down towards Den Bosch sort of area, Tilburg. Yeah, is that how you pronounce it? But yeah, we're going to be going to the Efteling for the final leg of our mega trip. And what a mega trip it's been. We've been travelling now for a week, just doing theme park to theme
so
park.
quick.
Like, the icing on the cake would have been to do 2 days at the Efteling. However, due to time constraints and you only being able to get the week off work, we had to make sure we were back in time. So the bank holiday Monday
It's a travel day.
is a travel day. We're going to be travelling back on the Eurotunnel on the Monday. So yeah, it's a shame, but we do have a long day tomorrow at Efteling. It's going to be 10 hours, 10 till 8, and then we don't have to worry about rushing back, so we've got a hotel that night. But yeah, from us at Walibi Holland, I've had a great day. What about you, Lou?
Yeah, brilliant day.
It has been really good, and yeah, we'll see you in that next vlog. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button for more theme park content posted weekly, and we'll see you at the Efteling.
Bye.
Bye.